Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how I create my first spread in a new bullet journal, and that is going to be my table of contents or my reading log. I want to show you a couple, one that I have done in the past and one of my currents, and then I have a brand new journal that I can show you how I'm going to set that first page up. So right away, I have my reading log from my 2023 bullet journal, and I typically fill out 3 full pages, and then these attachments will come on. These attachments I will use when I need to. Here is another one. This is my current journal that I have. And here is my first page of table of contents that already comes in this type of bullet journal. I'm going to continue to show how I do it onto this page before my reading tracker. So I'm going to set these two over to the side. And if you are just getting started with a bullet journal and you're not sure really if you're going to enjoy it, I suggest using the Artist Loft. They are $7 at Michael's Arts and Crafts Supply Store. It has the dotted paper. They have different kinds of like pastel colors. And the papers, the sheets in here are pretty durable. They might rip over time, like my first one, because I am constantly flipping back and forth. But if you are new to this, just to see if this is going to be your thing, your new hobby, I recommend the Artist Loft's journal with the bullet pages. I can show you, it has like a nice little strap here, little piece for your pen, and then when you open up, it comes to a first couple pages and then right away to your dots. Ooh, and I am seeing that I'm gonna need to make a ton of reading logs because this one doesn't have it. So I'll have to show you guys how I make these. There's also 2 bookmarks that come in here. And there's always one that's the cover color and then another like just gray striped one. So I'm gonna show you how I do the first 3 reading logs. When I do this, I will go in with just an easy, simple ruler. I kind of wish I had a little bit longer ruler for the height of the pages, but you'll see what I do. It's pretty simple. And then I also outline. I like using a gray 5-point micron pen. I like the gray. I don't know. It's nice. I like the gray. And then for every other row that you've probably seen in my other journals, I can show you again, is I'll just highlight going in with the Tombow. This is the color 062, but the light yellow pastel color, just to separate the books so it's a little bit easier on the eyes. So enjoy. So that took about 25 minutes. This is how long the video's been running, so maybe cut out 5 minutes of the intro. It's taking about 20 minutes to do these spreads. So I have my very first front one, and I'll start that with number 1. And then I'll just continue to count through. If I need more pages, I will add them on as I go. So here's my 2023 reading bullet journal, and I can kind of show you, this came with the journal, this came with the journal, this one came with the journal, and then I drew my own in, just like how I had to do all of them today. So if I need more pages, I will add them, but not today. And I always just attach it with a piece of tape. I rip it out from the back, and then add more if I need to. But that's good for now. So next, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to label these categories. And in each category, I normally put the date, the book and author, and you know what? I think I might even add in the format. I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna actually add one more column in here for the format. I was drawing a lot of like little icons in the previous years, and now I think I'm gonna add a format category. So I'm gonna add that in real quick. So that'll be my format. So that's 2 dots. I just need to do that on every page here. I used to put like A's with the circle would be audiobook. Ebook, I would have like a little Kindle, like K next to it. And then my physical would just be nothing, but I think I might do this now just because I've been doing it for 2 years, and I'm gonna add another little section. Okay, so sorry about that. I think that's good. Okay, so now what I will do is I will go in with another Micron pen and label the date, which is normally just the month and the year, my title and author, format, and then the rating. So I think what I'm gonna do is, I don't have my fine points down here. I think what I'm gonna do is, instead of going in with a Micron, I'm gonna go in with a King's Art twin tip sketch marker. I ended up finding these very lucky find at Marshall's. They have a brush side, but the one I really like, oh my God, I just totally, geez, pay attention, Brill. The side I really like is this really teeny tiny tip for fine writing, so I'm gonna use that instead. So I'll put date, book, author. Oh, format. Can I squeeze that in? Format. Phew. Okay. And then rating. I will also put dash out of 5. I'll do that with each one. Okay, and the last little thing that I add, this is kind of like the final, like, fun part, is going in to highlight every other row. I did mention it at the beginning, but again, I'm gonna go in with a Tombow water-based dual brush pen. They also have these fine tips, but when I'm coloring, I just go real quick, one brush through, and then just keep going down through. Again, you can really customize this to ever what you want. If there's a certain color scheme you want, I've always used the yellow for this part, and I just really like how it pops. But you can do really any other color. Okay. I'm also, I think I'm comparing it from my previous journals. I'm gonna also lift every time. Little tedious, but I kind of like the choppiness of it than just a full straight line. After you do this for so often, you like lose your spot and your eyes get like crazy. Okay, so everything is highlighted, everything's marked out. Last tedious part, I'm gonna go back, and I like how I write. I don't know, some people are a little different, but well, everyone's different. I need to be done. The pen I'm gonna use again is the King's Art because I like the way I write with it. I don't know if everyone is like this or it's just some people, but depending on what pen, marker, whatever I use, my writing style is different. So I'm gonna go in again, the really teeny tiny tip side and number. I will put the numbers on the inside, so not the date, but the inside. I also have a continuous number going for myself. I can show you from like my other journal. It went the whole way up to every book I've logged since I started, and it went down to 402 books logged. So then when I started with my new one, oops, when I started with my new one, I'll continue with 405. I'll show you so I don't get told I had a mistake. So I went to 404 books logged last year. I didn't do 404 books in this journal. It's just a continuous since I started journaling. So then I just kept that number going. I'm not going to fill that out until I'm done with this journal to know what my continuous number is on this one. But I'll fill in the numbers and then we'll be done. Another good idea too is when you're journaling, keep an audiobook going so that way you can listen and work at the same time. $164. All right, that's not too bad. All right, so that is it. I am clocked in at 43 minutes. Clearly this is not a 45-minute long video, but from start to finish, maybe a couple minutes out of the intro, 30 to 35 minutes for 2.5 spreads of the reading log. And I think what I'm gonna do too is I will go back in with my King's Art and put reading log up at the top. Okay, and that is how you do the table of contents reading log in your journal. Next, I'm going to show you in another video coming up after the table of contents, I have my reading tracker in the formats that I read. If you like this video and you want to see more, make sure you hit subscribe and ring the bell for Brills Books. Take care, guys. Happy reading.